There's a reason that some of the most popular comedy anywhere is about gender differences. There's a reason, and it's because there's something visceral about it. And yeah, the comedian plays to the stereotypes, and those stereotypes can be unhelpful. But at the same time, we all have an instinct that there's something going on. So that's why we love laughing about it. Well, obviously in our training, we use some humor. And in this book, we use humor. We're doing it to continue the conversation so that the conversation quickly goes beyond stereotypes and tries to go to the broad spectrum of brain development. And the broad spectrum of brain development includes people who are in the middle of the spectrum, who we call bridge brains. So if a woman says, well, that's not like, I'm not like that, I'm more like this, she might be seeing scans of herself, actually, and say, oh, that's why I'm kind of like this. So in having fun with it, you know, and knowing that there could be a little stereotyping that people do, okay, fair enough. But then we say, well, if we stick to the science, we're going to end up not in a stereotyping place. We end up in a very liberating place for both men and women. And it's a brave and courageous place. It allows for some humor, which we really need for this topic. But we don't denigrate each other. So the age of stereotyping to keep women down, you know, and propel men up, or vice versa, right? There can be stereotypes against men. That age is gone. That's not what we're doing. If the stereotypes do get used in a corporation, we hope they get used for humor, and then people move into the depth of it.
Stereotyping is a challenge, and it's something that we often do, and we do it in many ways and occasions. The challenge in saying, well, we can't stereotype when you look at gender, is that it blocks us from learning. And what is wonderful about the brain-based science is that we can't deny it. You know, and I remember many, many years ago, I was adamant about not stereotyping because I felt that men and women were stereotyped into stereotypical roles, what I call traditional roles. So, for example, women are secondary income earners and those types of assumptions, which are totally incorrect today. So I think we should acknowledge that there's a possibility of stereotyping, but not at the cost of not being gender intelligent.